Alright, let me tell you, long before Hollywood movies, long before horror stories, there was voodoo, a real one, a spiritual tradition born in West Africa, a special amount of fun and related peoples of what is now Togo and Benin. The word voodoo simply means spirit. It wasn't a religion of fear, it was a religion of connection. Connection to families, to community, and to ancestors. For centuries, people turned to voodoo for guidance, healing, celebration, and meaning. There were no horror movies, zombies, no evil dolls, no dark magic. Those images will come much later, and they will come from people who barely understood what they were looking at. Then came the slave trade. Millions of Africans were forced onto ships, taken from their homes, separated from their family, dragged across the Atlantic Ocean. Many never survived the journey. Those who did survive in places like Haiti, Brazil, Cuba, or Louisiana. Everything had been taken: their freedom, their land, their possessions, their beliefs. Slave owners often tried to suppress African religions. So enslaved Africans adapted. They blended part of their tradition with Catholic imagery. To outsiders, it looked like something new, but underneath, their songs survive, their prayers survive, their memories survive, and those memories will become powerful. August 1791. Saint Domingue, modern day Haiti. At the time, it was one of the richest colonies in the world. Its sugar and coffee made enormous profits for France, but that wealth came from labor of hundreds of thousands of enslaved Africans. The conditions were brutal, resistance was growing. Then came a night that would become a legendary. At a place known as Bois Caïman, people gathered in secret. Tradition says the gathering was led by a man named Daddy Bookman, a religious leader and a revolutionary. Prayers rose into the night sky, promises were made, and according to Haitian tradition, that gathering became one of the sparks that ignited a revolution that would change history. Within days, the colony exploded, plantations burned, enslaved people rose up, the rebellion spread across the island. France sent troops, the fighting continued. Years passed, battles were won, battles were lost, but the revolution survived. Then Napoleon Bonaparte sent a massive expedition to crush it. One of the strongest military forces in the world. They expected victory. Instead, they made a fierce resistance. This is weakened French forces, but so did the determination of people fighting for freedom. And on January 1st, 1804, Haiti declared independence. The first independent black republic in modern history, and the only nation created through a successful slave revolution. Okay, picture this. The victory shocked the world because if enslaved people could overthrow slavery in Haiti, others might try the same. So over time, the image of voodoo began to change. Newspapers spread stereotypes, writers exaggerated stories. Hollywood turned those stereotypes into horror movies. The voodoo doll, the movie zombie, the dark magician. This became more famous than the real religion itself, and for generations, the stereotype replaced the truth. The real story about voodoo isn't about fear, it's about survival and about identity. It's about people holding on to their culture when everything was taken. And in Haiti, that culture helped inspire one of the most extraordinary revolutions in human history. A revolution that defeated an empire, and a revolution that created a nation. A revolution that the world still talks about today. They call it witchcraft, but history tells a different story. If this story surprised you, leave a comment and subscribe for more forgotten stories from African history. See you in the next one.